Hey guys, it's Beber. So we finally have an update for Miss Linda Stoltzfoos. Now, Linda came up missing last year, and she's from the Amish community, and she was walking home from church, and she just in essence vanished. I would say a few months have gone by. Justo Smoker, he is the one that they have linked to her disappearance. His car, they have evidence against him, but Linda was never recovered. And this is an update from what just happened this past week. Missing Amish woman's case. Judge orders man accused of kidnapping Linda Stoltzfoos tried for murder. This is great news. And this article has some more details as well. And this is Penn Live. This is a source. Despite the defense attorney's claims that solid evidence is lacking, a judge Friday ordered Lancaster County man to be tried on charges that he murdered an Amish woman who disappeared nearly 9 months ago. Justo Smoker, 34, of Paradise, is accused of abducting and killing 18-year-old Linda Stoltzfoos and hiding her body. Investigators contend Joker kidnapped Stoltzfoos as she walked home from her church on Beechdale Road in Upper Leacock Township on the morning of June 21st, 2020. Smoker initially was charged only with abducting Stoltzfoos. When he was arrested in July, the homicide charge was added in December. District Judge B. Denise Cummins sent the murder case on to the county court after a 90-minute hearing attended by a sparse crowd that included 3 Amish men. And sparse means not very much, or thinning. The only testimony at the hearing came from East Lancaster Township Police Detective Christopher Jones, the lead investigator. Jones cited testimony from several other Amish women who said someone apparently was stalking them the day before Stoltzfoos' disappearance in a car like Smoker, red Kia Rio, with a missing hubcap and a dented roof. The detective outlined video surveillance and cell phone tracking evidence that said placed Smoker in his car in the area of the abduction. That evidence shows Smoker drove to heavily forested Wash Mountain area, then drove to a spot in the 3100 block of Harvest Drive where police found a buried bra and stockings they believed to be Stoltzfoos. Smoker returned to the Harvest Drive site several times in the days after Stoltzfoos vanished. He said laboratory testing determined Smoker could not be ruled out as contributor to partial DNA sample recovered from the buried stockings. And those of y'all follow the channel, y'all know I've been following this, and I will reference him because he literally has just been sitting in jail, sitting on information. We have a lot of cases that we're looking at like that. Breasia Terrell and Henry Dinkins is one of them, but they just sit in jail and they don't, they just hope you figure it out, or hope you don't figure it out, should I say. They don't care about closure. They don't care about doing the right thing. They're just still self-centered, still self-driven. And this is just disgusting, and this is what our world is. Monsters like this fill our streets. And, this case really bothered me because her family really did everything right. Like, if you were to just think of how the right thing to do something, they kept their kids out of the public spotlight. They taught their own kids, no cell phones, no anything. She was 18. She was very fluid in her church. I believe she worked with children. It's devastating. And, you just don't see it coming. They did not see it coming. She didn't see it coming. And this guy, he just played God and continues to play God. And I am so glad this judge has said, nope, that's enough. You are going to be charged. And praise God for that. First Assistant District Attorney Todd Brown asked the detective whether police have found any trace of Stoltzfoos during months of investigation. She has not contacted her family, friends, or co-workers. She has not accessed her bank account. For all intents and purposes, no one has seen or heard from her. Under cross-examination by Chief Public Defender Christopher Tallarico, Jones said no viable samples of Stoltzfoos' DNA had been found in Smoker's car, on the bra and stockings discovered on Harvest Drive. The detective said that while some footage obtained by police seems to show a passenger in Smoker's car, the resolution of the images is inadequate to identify the person. I do remember that now, reading this, because they were saying that it looked like her in the car. I had thought at one time they determined it was her, but I guess that they did not. Let's see. Tallarico asked if police had received reports from other Amish women about being stalked and or propositioned by other people, other types of cars around the time Stoltzfoos' disappearance. During the course of the investigation, we received over 1,000 tips from every spectrum you could think of, Jones said. He said a few other tips involved possible stalking of both Amish and non-Amish women. Tallarico sought dismissal of the homicide count, arguing there is a significant gap in the prosecution's evidence. There's no certainty that Miss Stoltzfoos ever got in Mr. Smoker's car that day. Brown countered that the evidence supports the scenario that Smoker is a murderer. He killed her, and then he discarded her body. Smoker has been in prison since his initial arrest. So what do y'all think, guys? What do y'all think? Because what I will say, even though I am super excited that we're potentially going to get justice for Miss Stoltzfoos, you definitely don't want to go in there half-cocked. You definitely want to have all of your information. But they've had reason to continue to hold him and keep him. So, I mean, I would imagine their evidence is sufficient, and I don't see the judge just going ahead and saying, no, we're charging him, we're trying him for this, without them having enough evidence. This case is just so sad, and, you know, her parents, they are not able to bury her. She had siblings. It's just very sad. It's incredibly sad, and he just sits in there in jail. You know, he just sits on all the $1 million answers. Anyways, guys, that's what I got. We're going to be following the trial. We're going to be keeping up with this. I hope y'all have a good one. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. If you have to dislike, make sure you hit it twice. It's super important. I so appreciate all the love and support. Y'all have a good one.